Understanding, I'm about to get them right. The contrast to its astral take fight. The only thing you're really missing is understanding the fight. Supreme, supreme. Starring each sage and weed, I'm about to take speed and enter me, mastering 55 degrees to deity, higher and fire and cold water into samadhi. You could never know my body. Bars. Naga.
Didn't think I was gonna do it again, but here it go. Returning them bomb bars into the supreme flow. Respect, I only move for divineness. My center point and circle can follow the line in. I manifest supreme being, embodiment, connected to the stars. Light points be my history. Manifest and bringing back everything that's meant for me. My infantry. You don't really know who on my spirit team. I keep it me. Move through the air like the smoking head. Pick it out, let it go. Black fist in the afro. I'm on a horse, Geronimo, shooting a bunch of arrows on top of every pyramid. Repping just like the pharaohs. I'm repping everything new, I stand in Heru. I'm repping everything new, I stand in Heru. I freed the ibis, so got the bird's eye view. I freed the ibis and got the bird's eye view. Respect. Naga.
Bars heavy, bench press, you'll get your size up. Yeah, they always want to know really what's up inside us, we riders. Don't get it twisted, I'll break in sizes, you modest. I'ma stay king born son, I promise. Try to cross that, you need to know where the line is. I was raised with gorillas, pit bulls, and piranhas. Solar ecliptic, see the reflection through the lumen, and I can see the gold from the sun come up through the turmeric. The star need bay leaf and time, cooking food again, a hooligan. Knowledge born supreme cipher, the gods two of them. Divine balance in one motion become two of them. Student and the teacher bring the knowledge to both you and them. Student and the teacher bring the knowledge to both you and them. Bars.
I was here, I was there, I was all over the map. From the back, it's a rap, they ain't catch me in a trap. Why you thinking you hard, boy? I'm ripping these bars up. Spit like a sawed off, I'm sick of the nausea. Run and rap like a Rajan, you need to take caution. Taking my portion, repping divine one. Shine brighter than 12 suns, you hoping the hell come. You thinking how you thinking, I'm cooking the well done. You can claim they're your peoples, but watch them go tell something. Everybody swear they real, but everybody be frightened. I'm cool, I'm laid back, I'm rolling the blunt. But I don't care what they say, I just do what I want. I ain't talking to you, so just mind your business. Knowledge is born, and I birthed the wisdom supreme.
Supreme thought, supreme being, supreme light. I manifest the knowledge for wisdom to shine bright. How you think you see the moon unless in the sun bright? Women claim independence, you can never dim the light. Today's math is understanding, I'm about to get them right. The contrast to its astral take fight. The only thing you're really missing is understanding the fight. Supreme, supreme. Starring each.
Supreme, supreme, supreme rising. You already know the vibes. Supreme afternoon, supreme day, and everything in between. Today's topic is how to act and how you're manipulated to act. I am Naga. All right. So I did a bill for y'all this morning when I went on my walk or whatever. But I don't know, like, whenever I can get my life upgraded the right way, I'm gonna get the right recording situation so then I can record and have, you know, I can record and have the space I need to save all this stuff because I was trying to upload that shit since earlier today. Like it's been like 90 hours when that shit still ain't. And when, like I said, when Divine shows me that there's so many blockages in the way, I just let that shit go. I don't put no energy into it. I'm like, no, I'm not about to stress myself and go crazy. This shit don't want to work right. Hold on 1 second. Let me check this message. Boys hit me up with some bullshit. All right, today's topic is how to act and how you're manipulated to act. And what does this even mean? Well, you have potentials that exist in this world that serves other people's purpose. And I hate when people always say, yo, there's two types of people in this world. I used to be one of these people, like, yo, there's only two types of people in this world because I would hear it so much, right? Excuse me, yo. Oh my God, these people be coming to me with some of the most bullshit. I be like, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't even know these people. Like, what do you want? Just come out the blue. Like, don't come in my page, be dropping shit on here. See, I be trying not to get disrespectful. All right, so I'm talking about how to act and how you manipulate to act. And it's crazy that these energies is coming through right now, right? So ultimately, let's discuss this real quick. I'm always saying that And people always saying, I heard it my whole life, like, yo, it's two types of people. It's two types of people. And it being two types of people, people want to gravitate to figure out which one they are. You know what I'm saying? And then they make these particular values of what's greater and what's not as great. You know what I'm saying? As far as particular services, y'all are oblivious to how the world does people. Like I sit back and watch this shit. I'll be like, yo, watch this motherfucker say something to make their shit look like it's better than, and it has nothing to do with it. And this is what I mean by it's stupid to constantly say it's two types of people in this world. No, it's two types of people in this world that you are aware of, but the other two types of people are aware that you don't know that they're aware of the other types of people. What am I saying? This is called manipulation at its highest value. You got people who sit back and watch how you move. You got people who can't do nothing like you, don't think like you, don't got none of that energy, but they watch the garner, they watch and watch how you garner particular energies by being natural. They sit back and watch that. It don't matter if these motherfuckers is 80, 90 years old, their whole life, they ain't never been half of nothing. You see what I'm saying? But when they watch you move, they start trying to chameleon the way you move. This is a reality that exists. Real time, chameleon the way you move, chameleon the way you speak, chameleon the way you dress, because they can't be they self. And people say, yo, it's okay. It's all right that people know it's not okay because divine created you in a particular way. Divine created you in a way for the light to refract through you from your core out of yourself. So that means those particular refractions is built only in you. When you do not be yourself, you are holding people back from seeing the greatness divine created you as. Ain't nobody else gonna see that but only through you. So you doing something else that other people do, or you trying to be like other people, is stopping the creation within you to shine at this height. Now let me get off that real quick. Get to the actual meat of the understanding. The world propagates falsity, meaning I'll pay you to be fake. I'll pay you to be fake. I'll make sure everybody pays attention to you to be fake. As long as we can keep them off this, you can have that. Look at how, even within righteous understanding, people still throw underhanded comments to make you still feel like this is the valuable. To have your own mind means you don't give a damn about what nobody think because you're happy in your own mind. That doesn't mean you solidify other thoughts as your own, or you move in particular ways that describe the systematic situation. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this because they said this is the most popular way to be, or I'm gonna move this way because I can't look this way or that way. No, you being strong understands that no matter what nobody thinks outside of you, you can think the way the fuck you want. Period. And if you let somebody take you up out of those thoughts, you got a fucking issue. You really gonna sit there and tell me that you have to merge into how people look and receive particular energies in existence? What if that's your child right there? Wait a minute, kid. Don't be too excited because we don't want them to think different. No, be excited as you want. This is your life. For me to sit there and hold you back from what divine created you is the most heinous crime ever. For me to lie in front of you as your parent or as somebody of authority to you to tell you to dampen your light is the biggest crime ever. I digress. Because you don't even have enough passion for yourself to be what that looks like. We too busy trying to be embarrassed. We too busy worrying about what somebody gonna say. I gives two shit what nobody thinks on the face of this earth, and that's a fact. If you say something positive to me, I'm going to mesh with that particular energy because it's a positive connection. If it's coming at me in a particular way that my self that's created by divine feels, it's innate, it's innately dissident to my way of being, then I'm going to push that shit off. I don't have to understand it, explain it, get an understanding why you acting like that. I don't even have to indulge in those thought patterns. I get inside my head at that point because I let you think that you got power over me. See, this is the problem with individuals. When people affect energy on you, you know what you do? You start moving to the effect of the vibration that they placed on you, which garners a different characteristic. When you inflict your characteristic on me, I go inside myself and I move away you can't even see, because what I give you of me is granted. That's love. You decide to go outside yourself to do indifference. That's your personal issue. For me to respond to your actions shows I don't have self-control. For me to respond to your negative energy shows I don't have self-control. My self-control on cruise control right now. I will look at you do some dumb shit and laugh in my head, and you don't even know that I'm feeling like that, because it's not for me to judge you. It's for divine to judge you. Let your heart be weighed against a feather. I am light. While you absorb all these false frequencies in existence, I'm absorbing divine frequency. It's a way to act naturally and a way that you're manipulated to act. The people who are watching you act in your natural energy want this for themselves. That's what they want. So my job at that point, as the opposite of the originality, is to inflict the way you act. That means I got to throw something at you. That means I got to say something to you. That means I got to stop something just to say, look, world, see, it's not what y'all thought. Look, world, see, that's not strength. Look, world, see, that's not beauty. Look, world, see, that's not happiness. Look, world, see, they're not intelligent. I'm weary of those type of people. You know why? Because you're all day, you thinking about how to manipulate. That's your character. You're all day, you thinking about how next you're going to manipulate. I'm too busy in the flow of things. You cannot play me if I'm allowing myself to be of service. You can't disrespect me if I'm allowing myself to be in the circumstance till it comes to the end. I'm not afraid to absorb energy. I'm not afraid to see what this shit gonna turn out to be like. That's the difference. People are too busy worried about what somebody gonna say about them. I've been at the top and I've been at the bottom. I've been in the middle. I've been on all levels. I really don't give a shit. You got to experience that. That's why you try to hold on so tight to false reality. You still trying to get that as a placement of your life. I know the difference in between understanding what one thing is and you still trying to obtain something. Obtainity is always going to show you in somebody's ambition. Depending on the level of ambition that you're using it to some circumstance, like i.e. negative or positive or even disrespect, it still speaks to the level of what you're trying to obtain. So I can see that 30 miles away. That's not even hard. Like, oh, word, that's what you about right now. All right, it is what it is. You'll learn at the end of the day. You'll come to the conclusion. Everything has a conclusion because it's only one way, and that's the light. The darkness has a way. It does. It does have a particular way. This is the box that you trapped in. I manifest in the middle of all things, both sides. If it was put, if it was opposed because of lack thereof of what I know, I can get real dark. Been real dark, but divine brought me through that to rise above it. Be in the light, been at the greatest of light, and still brought me back to the middle so I can balance out both of it. The science of oneself shows comfortability in the way you think. It doesn't make you turn to a beast. It doesn't make you turn to the opposite. This is what I mean. Like, this world doesn't even subsequently hold a value of true universal characteristics. It don't exist here because everybody's still trying to explain to themselves what it's going to be like. You still trying to explain to yourself how you're going to handle these things. You still trying to tell everybody what it seems like to do this stuff. How, if this is the first time you ever did it? First time you ever did it. You ain't never lived before. And the times you lived before, you don't know. That's why we sit there talking about past and future lives and all this dumb shit when you're supposed to be living now in this moment. In this moment right here. That's the most important thing. Are you looking to leave somewhere from what you attached to? Or are you looking to pull up something that you used to be attached to up in the conversation? Are you more cognizant to the understanding to look at your surroundings and be happy with what the fuck you got? It's characters that come with this. A lot of characters. Hold on, let me get my charger. My computer about to cut off. I got 15 minutes left before I start getting deep into this. So give me 1 second. Y'all don't mind. I had to pull it back a little farther because my charger don't reach this far. But that's cool for right now. Hope y'all can still hear me. I hope y'all can still hear me clear or whatever. I am just going to talk a little louder. So you always be impressed every day to be a particular way, whether that's to represent for your job or to have the particular energies for idea of existence. Please support the live stream. Please support the live stream. You can donate to my live stream via PayPal, or you can donate to my live stream via Cash App. You know what I'm saying? You'll see it on the screen right there. It's available for you. You know what I mean? You can also leave comments on the screen. Peace to King Evans that slid through. You know what I'm saying? Respect to the king. Check out the brother on his page. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got some energy for you. But you structuring your understanding of you standing in the natural right that you're given in, you fighting for that first, you protecting your family through that first, is the stability that's needed that should be placed into every individual before they even step into this world. Before they go off on their own, they should have a structure of feeling that way at their home. They should have had a structure of feeling like, you know what, I can be myself at my own damn house. That's the first thing you teach your children. Outside the world is going to be crazy, but at home, you got this. And I'm going to support everything that you are about how you feel. Every family on the face of the earth should be doing that. Not little sneaky remarks about outside people and how you feel about people over here and about what these people should be doing and about how you feel about how you hate this culture. It shouldn't be none of that. You should be putting that inner focus on your creation to feel comfortable with themselves because they're coming into a world of beings that's not like them. And the only way they're going to be able to conducively mix or work with these people in the world unless you have a strong sensibility about yourself and a humbleness for connection to other things, despite the way you see particular aspects outside of you. Ain't nobody teaching y'all how to be correct people because y'all walk around with thoughts in your head like you think that shit means something. No, you shooting your own self in the head, your own self in the foot, because eventually that shit got to come out. That got to come out. Why you think the word humbled or be humble was created? Because your mind is effed up. The way you think is effed up. You literally walk around thinking self-servingly and you manipulate people. When you get away with it, you're only happy when you're in your safe space. You're only happy when you can slide somewhere else and be over here like, yeah, I got away with some bullshit. But literally that feeling inside of you is that feeling of almost getting caught. That's the negative building inside of you against your natural innocence. Because it's not naturally yours, you are putting something that don't exist in your body that's making you, well, I think I could do a little more of this. I think I could eat a little more. I could have some more. I could do some more. No, you can't. That's why you filling the space up. That's why you keep doing it and repeating it over and over and over, because it don't exist within you. See, they taught you to be deprived. They forced you through depravity. So since you was going through deprivation, you was being deprived, your life a false reality. Soon as you got to an age to try to obtain this false reality, you know what you did? You manipulated your way into doing so. Facts. No matter what that shit means for whatever. Oh, you wanted to get candy, you couldn't get candy, now you got it. Or you couldn't get money back in the day, you couldn't get, now you got it. You wasn't attractive, you wasn't the one, now you got it. You wasn't popular, you wanted this, now you went and got it. No matter what that shit mean for you, that was your plan in the beginning. And if you had to bury somebody's life on the process of this, lack thereof, of what you got for yourself, this is how you obtain these things. You fake. The world fake. The way the connection to the understanding is fake. So you know what they do? They teach you how to be like that. So your fighting methods, your tools, the way you look at situations, all fall around the same concept of reality. Who want to smoke? Who want to smoke with your aspirations on being an actor? Fuck out of here. Like the stream. Hit the like button, the heart button. Donate to the stream. Because the talk I talk, you don't give to your family. You don't even get this to your kids, but you love them to shit. You love them to shit, but you don't get this to your kids. How you got unconditional love for your family? You want to go in the world and fight. I remember one day, it's crazy as shit. And I got to bring this up, yo. I got to bring this up. I was going to this pizza shop, right? And this girl was in there, and she was like, only thing she do is eat pork every day. You know what I'm saying? That's all she do. Like, so I'm sitting there like, yo, I'm looking at her teeth. Her teeth nasty. She got like the extra dirt plaque. It's a sister too. Teeth nasty. Little tiny chompers, but they nasty. Like, it's like nobody wouldn't kiss you because your mouth is disgusting. You see what I'm saying? Like, and you smiling in my face because I got on cologne or whatever. Oh, you smell scrumptious. I would not let you chew on my body. Is you crazy? Hell no, that shit look nasty. And then look how you carry yourself. You look like you don't wash. You look like you got rolls of dirt under your neck. But you young though. You in your early 20s. You got a job. You serving food like that. You serving food with your mouth like that. You serving food with your body like that. Then I walked in and the manager was beefing with the girl because of whatever she was doing at the place, right? So her mother come in there ready to fight. Like, yeah, she quitting today. Who wants to smoke? I'll fight anybody to respect mine. I'm like, you come all the way from home, dressed like that, bust open the restaurant door, and the first thing you tell people of a professional status is you ready to fight because your daughter here fucking up. Because her whole regimen of how she live is fucked up. Her mouth nasty, her body nasty, her attitude towards her boss is nasty. That means her integrity is fucked up. So that doesn't speak to you protecting your children. That speaks to you telling your children how the fuck to be in society for real. Did you help them feel good about themselves enough to where they're going to be health choice wise in the mind? Did you care about them enough so they would study stuff and actually put the right information in themselves so when they conduct themselves with other people in the world, they do it correctly? Or did you have an attitude yourself and hide from the falsities and all this bullshit that they're dealing with is really in your DNA? See, we don't want to be checked like that because when you become grown, especially the people who was grown first, y'all only heard, I'm grown, I can do what I want. So by the time you become grown, you care less about the actuality of righteousness. You just was happy to be old enough to be stupid. Oh, don't feel bad. I remember being there too. Yeah, I did dumb shit for no reason. Facts. And I felt bad after. That's being human. Then you get the opportunity to look at your actions and check yourself. You get a chance to look at your actions and say, you know what? That was dumb as shit that I did. Why I did that? Let me make that better. You're not making it better for everybody else. You're making it better for the fact that you're a failure. This is a reality. You can't make nobody else be better for you. You got to be better for the circumstance. That's all you got. And the first person who lines up to do it correctly, you know what? It's going to garner a certain level of vibration. See, this momentary value shit that everybody got in their head, it don't speak to nothing true and nothing real. What's really real is the salvation of what you plant and what you grow in the direction of which you about to go. That's the only real thing that exists. Otherwise, it's semantics. It's all the world planting all this bullshit in front of y'all face and you think you winning. Nah, you got to do this. Nah, you got to do that. Y'all sound corny as shit. I'll be sitting there listening to that and I'll be laughing. I'll be like, yo, this shit is definitely entertainment. Because most of y'all education was based off TV. When you supposed to be learning in school, you know what you was doing? Watching sitcoms. When you supposed to be doing this, doing that, you know what you was doing? You was watching people fight. You was watching people do this, do that. I'm from the same streets. I seen all that. I remember being 30 niggas on the corner, all wearing the same clothes 5 days straight. Then they get mad when they go to jail. Tomorrow's like, oh, we got locked up. Yo, niggas are snitching. No, dumbass, you standing on the corner with the same clothes on every day, 5 days straight. And when the police come past your street, you stand there like, I ain't moving. You niggas don't want us to get no money. No, nigga, you look like the stop sign you standing next to. Boo-boo the fool. When they take 100 pictures of you in a day and they see you doing the same thing every day and they take your ass to jail, the first response you got is, yo, niggas trying to get me up out of here. No, you got yourself up out of there, nigga. You should have took 20 minutes to go wash your ass. Maybe you wouldn't have been standing in the same spot all day. Analogies and realities let you see your casualties. You got to start looking at yourself. Stop looking outside of you. I don't look outside of me when other people do shit. I focus better on myself because then I can compute what the hell you got going on. When you are directing something at me, I will get into a still motion because I have to compute completely what you're trying to say. I have to compute the air, the breath, the emotions, the body motions, everything what you're trying to come across, whether or not you're doing it fake or you're trying to do it real, because then that means I got to gauge myself. I might have to show you ain't about shit. Or I might have to look at it like it's light as shit. See what I'm saying? And this is a reality. I might have to look at it like it's light. And if I look at it like it's light, then it's going to be passive. I have to gauge particular things like, yo, am I going to put all my mind into this shit? I'm going to treat it like it's nothing. Or I'm going to let this affect me. I'm going to keep moving. It's particular energies, and I don't want to express all my ways of thinking because that gives up how I move. I ain't gonna tell you everything how I be thinking. You got to figure this shit out for yourself. The majority of the time, people be thinking they saying shit, and that shit means something. I'll be like, all right. Yeah, you said that, but that shit don't mean nothing. That shit was dumb as shit. I remember, so like people ask me the stupidest shit in the world. Like they try to do like, yo, he'll do it because he did this, he ain't say this, he ain't respond to that, he ain't do this. Well, I don't respond to shit because it don't mean nothing. And majority of the time, people play a role, right? They play a different role to try to do something, and you think the outcome is going to change out that way. Nah, you're just playing yourself. The more you put that energy in, the more you're playing yourself. It doesn't affect the person who's doing right. Why would I change my character of being righteous when I know I'm being righteous? Think about this for a minute. You have to try to be negative. You have to try to be nasty. You fight against right shit on purpose. So what does that explain in itself? Like, this is what I be saying. People don't ask the right questions. You don't break this shit up right to find out what's really going on. You just out here doing stuff in your life. You're just doing whatever, and you think this is reality. Nah. It's how to act and what you're manipulating into acting like. You know what I'm saying? And most time when you're manipulating into acting a particular way, it's other hateful motherfuckers around you that you grew up with. Your uncles, your aunts, your cousins, your brothers, or whatever. They hateful as shit. They showed hate to other people who was better than them from somewhere else in the town. You hated this person because he had a smile better than yours. You hated that person because more broads like them. You hated this person because they was cool. You hated this person because they can fucking read. Literally, I've seen people hate people because they can read, yo. The dumbest shit I ever heard in my life, and this is down here in the South. Motherfuckers say, oh, you think you better than them because you smart. Yo, you think you better than them because you smart. I've heard somebody say this to somebody. I'm like, yo, are you listening to what you're saying right now? That's a dumb statement in itself. You should be encouraging this person to be more intelligent. Instead of saying you think you're better because you think you're smart. No, obviously you think they're smart by the way they handled the situation, which garnered you to say something negative to the value. Only people with lack of intelligence will say something of that nature. It shows you don't have self-control. So you got mad at yourself when you seen somebody be something outside of you. This has always been an issue on the earth. It's always been the issue on the earth. Shit crazy, yo. We literally sit here have conversations about particular values that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. People be all up in here like, yo, they treat you like this, do this. Nah, you don't. You don't, because that feeds into a value. I'm sorry, y'all gotta learn how to play chess. This ain't checkers. You ain't just jumping over shit to make a point. Well, I need to prove something to somebody who has a lower level of thought pattern and trying to afflict me. Only thing I have to do is think stronger than you. I ain't got to respond to you. I just think better than you. And when I think better than you, you sit there looking stupid because I didn't respond to the negative shit you putting out. This is a reality. This is a real reality. Do you go to work and people dish off energy to you? How do you handle it? Do you let them know you feeling some type of way about what they do? Or did you direct that shit in a way to make it look like it wasn't even important? I'll wait. Or do you say, nah, they ain't about to play me. I'm going to let them motherfucker know. You just went into your dumb days. Just that fast. I'll just slid into my dumbness. Yeah, that's what happens because now you have stepped to a level that the person was. This is what this all about. So you're not always apt to say something because motherfuckers say dumb shit. Because you said something dumb, does that mean I'm weaker because of what you said? Does it mean I can't do something because of what you said? I've heard people say a lot of shit in my life, and when they got face to face, they knew it was time was. It ain't really make a difference. I still got my energy because I ain't said nothing to you. I'm going to leave this in divine hands when this about to happen. This divine ass whipping going to be beautiful. No matter how it comes, whether if it's fisticuffs, whether it's the wordplay, whether if it's me manipulating the value to where what you did didn't work. You have positive manipulation and negative manipulation. Did you know that? You fucking up your life so much, somebody can manipulate you to go in the right direction. Facts. Because you are smarter than them, ultimately, they try to garner you as somebody who has power. They smart, yo, watch them. And shut up. Go read a book and watch how intelligent you get. Go listen to somebody else. Gain, and what's crazy about life, though, when you're young, you go through so many different vibrations of knowing. And as you get older, as long as you're silent and you're not giving in to what everybody's saying, you know what's going to happen? I was saying this in my bill earlier that I couldn't get uploaded. But what's going to happen is it's going to all Lego block. If you stop putting your thoughts on things you experience, if you stop trying to explain to the higher self what you think shit is because you really don't know shit. You're just a body that's here and experiencing things waiting to hear it the correct way. That's why the world can paint pictures, send you clouds in the sky, blue beams and lights and colors and all this, and you be like, "Oh my God, look what's happening!" Man, this is the Earth at 2023. Niggas can do whatever they want these days. People can do whatever they want, and y'all don't even take that in consideration. You sit there on a phone and you look into a camera, and you can talk to people through your phone. Before the phones was a green screen like the computer, a regular green and black screen. Only thing you had was text and number. You ain't had no pictures. You couldn't send nobody no picture back in the day. And this was less than 20 years ago. You gotta think about how things change. You gotta start putting the energy where it's at. Back in the day, it wasn't a bunch of people on the internet telling me I'm gonna tell my point of view. Your point of view got expressed to the people in your house and whoever you knew around you. And back then you was called the big mouth. Facts. So now being big mouth gets you money. Going around talking your problems and talking shit to everybody in the world, that's the way to be now. But back in the day, it was called shut the hell up. Nobody don't care. Mind your business. Work that shit out yourself. Come to peace with it so you can go on about your day. That's what was said about it back in the day. When you didn't have internet to go run to, you know what I'm saying, and talk shit about whoever you felt the need to talk shit about. Or express whatever value you need to express your value. The internet wasn't there. You couldn't do that. So now, everybody, I'm going, you know what I'm going to do? And females, I apologize, man. I apologize to y'all on the earth, yo. Because y'all dad and y'all mom should have loved y'all better, man. They should have showed y'all, that it wasn't all about you. They should have taught you. They should have taught you. You know what I'm saying? The tug of war method. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't even remember the game tug of war. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be pulled on both sides of your arms, left and right. And one side is gonna be pulled, it's gonna be seeming like it's there to serve you, and the other side gonna pull, gonna be seeming like it's not there to serve you. You gotta find balance in the middle of that because you got two hemispheres, a left and a right hemisphere. One is analytical and one is artistic. Those combinations within you, female, is what you're gonna use to create your creation, your child, what you're gonna give birth to. Ain't nobody telling you none of this shit. They over there being overly protective or overly selfish with their family. You see what I'm saying? They're not giving you what they need you to be the greatest version because they never became the greatest versions of themselves. So how they gonna do anything for you? I'm sorry, yo. This is the tough talk people don't want to have because you're too busy trying to hold a face that ain't real. You dumb as shit, but you don't want to sit down and say, yo, I'm dumb as shit. Let me go learn some shit. No, that's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to tell you that you constantly fail everybody. No, it's not. Move that shit out the way. Don't go over there and start burning shit and mixing up potions and wishing negative shit. Oh, I'm going to go into the spirit to make this. Niggas is dumb as shit. You ain't doing nothing but canceling out your own spiritual connection to existence. You're creating karmatic curses for your own people because you hard-headed. Because you just won't stop. And now they give you a platform to go talk and everybody just run their damn mouth. And I don't never hear nobody say in none of their bills, I sat down with Divine before I came here. Nah, you go touch your cards, you go talk to your friends, you go watch some videos. You don't sit in the sun. You don't have a thought and send that via email or via mind mail to Divine, meditation mail to Divine. You don't give yourself a few days before you come out here and talk your talk. You just out here blah 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 like a whole bunch of water balloons busting all over the place. Don't spit on me. I don't hear that shit. You ain't even first tried to handle nothing. How you ever gonna have anything if you don't know what nothing feel like? I've always looked at things at a different way in my life, and I'd be like, yo, I thought they felt like this. I thought they loved. I thought they were trustworthy. I thought they taught me this to be this way. I thought they wanted me to be strong. I thought this. Majority of the time when people show you shit, they just don't want you to exceed them. And they forget the fact that Divine created us as the greatest problem solvers on the earth. So when you are creating a problem for me, you alleviating the Divine's job. Divine got another way to teach me how to learn. But you all in Divine way, standing in front of me. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You give me blessings. You give me blessings. You bless the shit out of me when you stand in front of my creator to misdirect how things supposed to go for me. You make my life that much better because Divine said, I'm going to carry you through this. I'm going to guide you through this. I'm going to fight these wars. I need you to absorb these things. I need you to experience what this is. Most people like, yo, you can't just sit there. Yo, I'm sorry, yo. One thing I heard recently, people was like, yo, you can't meditate yourself away from shit. That's a lie. That's a lie. Big lie. You got a whole field of existence. And once you put the time in, and see, this is what I know. People think talking and actually putting the work inside themselves is two different things. You think talking good to people is putting the work in, is doing service. That's not what that is. You have to service yourself first. The only way a limousine work good for people on a long regimen of time is that car being serviced before people get in it. The only way you can fly in that airplane correct and get from point A to point B unless they fix that plane to where it can fly from point A to point B. Facts. So how do you think you're going to talk about a whole bunch of shit you never experienced and have literally worked out in yourself first? Where's that going to work at? You ain't down on the ground putting in feet and boots. You ain't talking and teaching shit. You just over there absorbing words people saying and trying to throw that out to sound intelligent. You don't got intelligence. You are repeating it. And it doesn't even win for you because you can't go into access the connection to that. I pull shit down like a train horn. Let me get off this shit. Facts. What you teaching your children that you happy to teach them? And you don't see yourself as a failure. How much do you know the person you laid down with before y'all broke up and y'all had a child? Y'all broke up. Did you learn that man? Did you learn that woman? but you got that child. So when that child start acting different, do you have the other parts of that person so you can teach that child to grow up conducively? Do you have love for your choices enough to give the best value of the individual you chose to be with so the child can have the best future? Oh no, you carry your hate because you wasn't taught how to live in life. Oh no, you still walk around with blame because you wasn't taught how to live in life. You ain't had somebody to teach you how to love yourself. So you know what? Everything you come across got a problem. And it ain't you, even though everything that sounds like shit comes out of your lips. This goes right over people's head, yo. Old, young, and in between. Same shit. I sit down, I'll be listening. I'll be like, yo, they don't know what the hell they talking about. And you can see, if you still enough, you can sit there and look around at the other things that got more value. Listen to what they talk about, what they talking about around. You're going to be like, wow, these people disrespectful as shit. And majority of the time, you being disrespectful to the divine creation value. Divine say they're going to always attempt to defile the name of the Most High unconsciously. You don't even know what you're doing and you be doing it. You don't even know what you're doing and you be doing it. Because something don't happen right then and there, it's okay. It allows you to keep running your mouth. Well, here, I'm gonna try to teach you something real quick. Men got light that sits in their chest and their head, right? That's the heart. That's the pineal. Women got light that sit in their chest, their head, and their stomach. That's the creation. That's the heart. That's the pineal. So, with that being said, your extra light that you carry is for you to split that up to give something else the choice of unconditional love, meaning I'm going to give you life. So that means you're carrying a different level of electricity with you, women, that allows you to spark off a little extra. Somebody should have told you a long time ago, keep that in a certain placement, because the other energy that you got that'll make you slip into different ways is for the child that you give life to. This is the reason for you to stay more still and stop talking so much. You put all these words out in the world and don't hear yourself damaging the creation. You the mother of the earth or the image of. You the mother of the earth or the image of. So now, because other creations are badgered or manipulated into a different value, the mentality of the women got weak. I've heard things by old heads like my nanas and my grandmas told me the flyest shit in the world. Don't matter what's going on in the world. You ain't gonna mess up my mind. Some of the smartest females I ever met in my life was the old heads, because they knew shit. They knew how to conduct themselves around people. I ain't talking about the fresh new old heads. I'm talking about the old heads. Big mama them. They know how to sit down and listen to everybody's shit, no matter how important it was to them. They knew how to listen to everything and put it in the perspective of divine connection from the earth to the heavens and all in between. It would give you a piece of word that meant it ain't really just about you. It's about how you doing it. Did you consider somebody else's feelings when you thought that way? Was it about them when you went and took that money? Was it about them when you was looking all up in their face talking XYZ about whatever? No, you don't think about these things when you make these choices and these decisions. But you want somebody to be blamed for the fact of what you lack as far as what you know. No, what you know and what you do in your integrity based behind closed doors is how you're going to treat people all the time. So I'm really paying attention to what people say. I'll be sitting down watching a podcaster or somebody on YouTube drop a video. I might be drawn to a message, particularly that they drop it at the moment because Divine want me to hear that. And then me personally, because I like it, I may stay a little while longer and watch other videos that they got. Automatically, I get turned on because they crazy disrespectful. My grandfather used to be like, people who talk negative that way, who carry a negative tongue like that, they don't have the intelligence to grab other things to say. It's plenty of other words that can be used in this world that can get your point across. But for me to stoop to your level, it shows lack thereof of what I can get my point across. So let's keep something in mind. I got to conduct myself away to where I can get my point across. How many people you think gonna sit down and listen to you talk bullshit? Majority of the time when you think you garnering attention, you garnering a level of judgment because people are saying, damn, this, that, and the third. So what you're trying to get away from is what you're walking into. Regardless of the fact, I'm not going to be seen this way, so I'm gonna act this way. No, you're garnering the attention that you really don't want to get because you're trying to do something out of the ordinary. The only thing that normally attracts people in a particular value of righteousness to make them feel comfortable is what? Unconditional love. That's what makes people feel good. They feel comfortable when there's unconditional love involved because it's nothing you taking from them. They're not getting nothing taken from them. They're actually gaining. So that reverse polarity still works on the same. I can come to your page and sit there and be quiet and just take all this knowledge and run. You see how that works? See, it's contrast to everything. It's contrast to being righteous. And these contrastal understandings got hidden agendas. But when you righteous, you ain't got shit to hide. You could care less. I used to think that shit was fly. My aunt, yo, I love my Aunt Carol, yo. Love my Aunt Carol. She probably don't even like me, but I love her. You know why? Because she was one of the realest people with herself. She might have been nasty to people, might have said some fly shit to people. She might even get out of her character, but she's staying on that shit. She don't try to fake the funk. You know what I'm saying? Like if she nasty, she gonna tell you this how it is. I don't care about you. You gonna do what I want or you ain't getting nothing. That's how she was. You know what I'm saying? So I can respect that because she wouldn't lie to you. She gonna say it to your face. She gonna tell you straight up what it is. Now, the day I see otherwise is the day I will respond to otherwise. Like, damn, you move like that? I ain't know you was like that. I thought you was the realest person on the planet. Because every time I ever seen you spoke, you let it known to be real. And you stood on that. I can't even appreciate you like that no more. That ain't what you taught me. See, I'm the type of person, I'm going to stand on everything that's given because that's what I got to go off. We're going to handle that right then, right now. Ain't nothing to wait about. Ain't nothing to talk about. You treat me one way, and then tomorrow you treat me different. The next time I talk to you after tomorrow, I'm going to handle that way. I'm going to handle that way. If you tell me, yo, I always been there for you, I always love you, I always be there for you, and in my time of need, you giving me something else, I'm going to let that pass because that was your choice. But then that time going to come back around because everything you put out got to come back in a circle. What goes around comes around. So it'll be a day you're going to feel some type in your way to speak. And when you speak, I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to say, keep all that. Because remember, you don't mess with me like that. Remember, you ain't got love for me like that. So I'm going to let you hold that. I'm going to let you hold that right there. Keep that energy. Keep them hugs, them kisses and all that, because that don't really mean shit. See, righteousness. You don't get a chance to be manipulative when you are telling the truth. Because then you give a person the time to have their own choices. Don't take my choices from me by being fake. And that's the problem with the world. People don't want to be real. You rather walk around here and be fake and have a whole nother way of people looking at you because of all your effed up ways. You can't run away from you. It's what you carry every day. You got shit on your skin. You got to wash that off or you're going to be smelling stink. It's facts. Walk around with doo-doo on you. Watch you smell stink, especially when the sun hits you. That shit going to spread everywhere. Yo. It's like somebody funky. That's how it is with your character. When you got negative characters, you can see like, yo, look at that shit. They about to trip. Look at them. They let that affect them. I took different levels of martial arts coming up. One of the main things we learned in martial arts, Tai Chi, medical Qiuzheng, one of the main things we learned in this was to hold your characteristic, was to hold your energy. Do not let anything outside of you bring you out of your character. Why do you have to speak to it? Even if it's speaking, you don't have to respond. Remember, I was young, yo, and I said this in one of my bills a minute ago. I think I was like 18, 17, something like that. I was in New York, like 17, right? And I was going to school. And I had a girlfriend, right? So we arguing on the phone, whatever. And my pop's like, yo, why you arguing with that? I'm like, yo, because she said this, she said that, da, 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 da. He like, yo, you ain't got to argue with that. I'm like, why? She said this to me. He's like, I don't care. Like, what am I supposed to do? He took the phone from me and hung that shit up. Click. That's what you do. You hang it up. Now she talking to herself. I was like, yo, you cold-blooded. I was like, yo, that's disrespectful. He was like, it's disrespectful to let somebody talk to you that way, too. Little things like that always stuck with me in my life. Because you know why? I'm always gonna walk with love. I'm always gonna walk with love first. You know what the old heads used to say to me in New York when I was young? The street niggas. They'd be like, yo, you smarter than me. That's what the street niggas used to say to me. I see like all the hood, like I knew like yo, I knew a lot of people that people just like I knew real gangsters, yo. I knew real storytellers. I knew real people who really did real shit that people model their stories behind. Like I knew those niggas who people tried to make their life behind. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit in the movies. I knew those people who was doing the stuff in the rap songs. I knew the people who was doing the stuff in the movies. Like I knew these people personally. You know what I'm saying? And they would tell me, yo, you smarter than me. Because when I was your age, I would have dumbed out. But I see you a thinker, and your thinking is gonna get you a long way, youth. They're gonna get you a long way, youth. They're like, yo, you don't move like everybody else. They're like, stay right there because you in the guard head early. And sometimes when I was told that by people that I didn't even know, that showed me how my own people thought about me, because people who didn't know knew this about me. They could see that off the way I move naturally. They'd be like, yo, I see you. I see you. I was being told I was the light before I knew what the light was. I had old heads telling me I was the gift before I knew what the gift was. This ain't nothing that came with me through social media, or I'm going to jump on here and start talking to people. No, I've been this. I've been this not as something that I wanted to put out to everybody. I would go places and niggas be like, y'all be quiet, let them talk. I'll be like, talk about what? They be like, just speak, bro, because what comes out of you is divine. This has been before social media existed. I've gone to rooms as a young dude in a room dropping old head jewels. They be like, that's divine coming through. This is who I've always been, forever, whether I knew it or not. So having the know-how to have respect for the fact of how to act around other people because of my creation was a must. That was a must. Yeah, other things come into play because you young and dumb. You want to get the girl. You want to be cute. You want to have a bag. You want to have an outfit. All that. That's cool. But that changes your character. You act a little pretty. You know what I'm saying? You want to be fly. You want to be the one. So you try to come up with the best thoughts. I remember a fly chick told me back in the day when I was in my early 20s, like, yo, you ain't got to try to be. Just be yourself. The world be wrapping around you so much, you don't even know what that be because you trying to fit the role. What does be yourself mean if they keep pulling you away from the love that you are? So then we start losing what's already been around you. What's around you is the Lego block. You connect to the light, so you might as well connect to it right. Shine how you supposed to shine. That's who you is. Shine your way, but just do it. I don't give a damn what that means. Shine your way. Be positive the way you supposed to be. Learn what that is on how to express these particular things and keep expressing them. I ain't gonna hold you. Naga.